up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in them trenches. It's no different.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Catch by Brandon Ayuk there, and you can see the potential he has to be a big-time playmaker. Over 800 yards as an NFL sophomore, still chasing that first 1,000-yard season. Nice catch there to move the chains.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Ready. 32.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Falcons at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 44 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. They'll go again with Patterson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run with Patterson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Out.
3rd down, here's Patterson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Patterson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, a run with Patterson. Cordero Patterson, 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Shot, 17.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here we go, Brett. 45. Right.
And they'll go for it. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Let's go. Yellow. 43. Ready, go.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Yellow. 22.
From the 16, Lance. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. On play action, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really. Well for them, too.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To throw, it's Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw again on second down. Lance looking deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Lance and company going on fourth down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's brought down. Take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Lance, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, Patterson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check it back. Shoot.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Patterson. They find some open field here. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 35. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Coup for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Back to look back and through it all, I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down.